Hey everybody, Joey here with another tobacco review I'm going to be doing this morning. I've been on kind of a stronger tobacco kick lately for some reason. I don't know why, it just happens. I tend to smoke them anyways. I've mentioned in some of my other videos, I tend to like to smoke stronger tobaccos at night before I go to bed. And I kind of save the medium to mild ones for smokes during the day or morning time with a cup of coffee or tea. The nighttime ones I like a little stronger, as I mentioned, with maybe a real dark coffee or a good single malt scotch or something like that. Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing Gawith and Hoggarth's Dark Bird's Eye. I bought 4 ounces of this stuff and jarred it up. It's a Dark Bird's Eye from Gawith and Hoggarth. So anyway, I cellared some of this. I probably bought this, I want to say maybe a year ago. It's a strong tobacco. It is they call it a ribbon cut. I would almost consider it more of a shag. I really don't like the cut of it, to be honest with you. You can easily overpack your pipe, but I think it would have been much better if it was more of an actual ribbon than a shag. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Let's see if you can. Here, I've got it kind of in a clump, but you can see it's very dark, as its name insists it is. There's your ribbon cut. Hopefully you can see it. To me, it's more of a shag. It's very, very, very thin. I don't particularly care for it. The smell, there's a definite some kind of topping on this. It's not over the top or super overwhelming. It's like a Lakeland scent. If any of you are familiar with the Lakeland tobaccos, that kind of floral, maybe a little bit soapy, but to me, I don't mind it. It's not. It sounds horrible, soapy, but I don't seem to mind it. I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'm going to do some hand-to-hand combat with this tobacco. It is strong, and I'm going to smoke it in my large bowl London export pipe. And we'll see what it tastes like. It's hard for me to recall like a certain tobacco and then give a description. I really kind of almost have to be smoking it at the moment or very recently to when I'm trying to describe it. Char it up here. That topping I was talking about that I could taste or smell, I'm sorry, in the tin note, it's here too in the initial light. It's not strong. It's definitely way in the background. It's not overdone, and I don't mind it. That Lakeland essence or whatever they call it. I'm not even sure what's in it. I've heard it's geranium, rose extract. Ooh, puts out a good amount of smoke, and I can already tell you this is strong in a large bowl pipe. I'm not so much feeling the nicotine yet, but I can taste it. Those of you that like stronger tobaccos know what I'm talking about. This is supposed to be made with Virginia, like all, I think it's Flue cured Virginias. I'm going to say there's some burley in this for sure, just from the taste of it. It's not a complex tobacco at all. To me, it tastes like a real tobacco. It's not cigar-like. Like I would say, like brown rope number 4 from Samuel Gawith has more of a cigarish taste to it. It's really strong too, that brown rope. And again, there's definitely a topping on this. There's no doubt about it. It's done correctly. It's not over the top like a Ennerdale flake or something like that. It's sweet, and it balances. I think it's, for the strength of this tobacco, it's just about right for my taste anyway. It's not an aromatic by any means. It does have a little of that topping. There's kind of a unrefined elegance, if that makes any sense, the two of that together, and also like a elegant, almost brutality to this. It's a strong tobacco, as I mentioned. There's nothing really complex going on here. It's pretty one flavored. I'm not picking out all different spiciness and this and that. It just tastes like a good tobacco. The tin, or the description, I guess, let's see here, it was manufactured from dark tobacco whole leaf rather than strips. The midrib or stem gives the bird's eye effect when cut. A strong smoke, which was particularly favored by the fishermen, as the finer cut meant the tobacco was easier to light and to keep on board ship when the weather was bad. All right, well, I'm enjoying it in my living room. I'm not out fishing on the high seas. I like it. I'm going to do a relight here. As I showed you and mentioned, this is more of a shag cut than a ribbon. I think it would have done better as a ribbon cut. It's strong. It's almost like what I would call one of those one-dimensional smokes. Not in an insulting way, but there's nothing complex about this whatsoever. I mean, it's just a straightforward quality tobacco. It's a little wet. I've had that jarred up now for close to a year. It still came out a little wet. As you can see, it's gone out on me a couple times. Give it another shot here. Sorry about that. I apologize. At any rate, I would probably give this one maybe a 7 out of 10. The room note is not going to win any awards. As I mentioned, it's not an aromatic. My better half said she would prefer this one get smoked outside, which I'm not doing that. Don't tell. She's at work right now. It doesn't leave an awful smell in the house, but while you're smoking it, it's not the best room note. As I mentioned, if you don't like strong tobaccos, do not smoke this. It is up there with some of the strongest tobaccos out there. I probably put it on par with not quite brown rope, but maybe Old Joe Krantz, something like not quite a Commodore Flake. It's not that strong, but it's up there at any rate. As I mentioned, there's nothing complex about this tobacco. It's a good smoke. I enjoy it once in a while. I wouldn't smoke it every day. Say maybe 7, 8 out of 10 points at the most. It's not a bad tobacco, but it's not my favorite either. But if you want a strong smoke now and then, you can try it out. It's not expensive. You know, it's one of the less expensive quality tobaccos that are available in bulk. But I can see enjoying this every once in a while. Like I said, maybe a scotch or a good strong cup of coffee at the end of the day before you go to bed. But it's not bad. Give it a shot if you don't mind the higher nicotine content tobaccos. Nothing super hoity-toity about it. It's very straightforward, in your face, but not cigar-like. It's not bad. So I'll see you in my next review.